I've been a Java player for a very long time now. The series over on my main channel is a Java hardcore series. But today, let's take a step back to what I used to play on Bedrock Edition. We're going to take a look at my oldest surviving world and we're going to answer the age-old question, which is better, Java or Bedrock? Let's find out. So here is the world. This is what I used to play on like all the time on Bedrock. It's called the Ordon project. This world is nearly 2 gigabytes big, which is a lot for a Minecraft Bedrock world, you know what I mean? And of course, we're going to be using the brand new vibrant visuals, which just came out. And here we are. Don't mind my sword's very cursed name. Straight off the bat, we are on day 2935. I used to really be a Bedrock player, but it's fine. So this is the world spawn. It's looking very beautiful. We have a nice path leading up. There's a bed out here. What's going on? Sir, what's happening? You don't know. Also, these vibrant visuals are really cool. So originally, I was going to make videos on this world on Java Edition, which is kind of weird to think about. I'll let me from 3 years ago try to explain what I'm talking about. So I brought it over to Java, but I wasn't really happy with it. As you can see here, there was weird things with chunks, obviously coming over from Bedrock to Java. And I just didn't like it. That editing is just mwah, you know, it's brilliant. Yeah, so that's why I started a brand new world, and that's why now this one kind of got left behind. Anyway, let's move on. Let's actually show you some stuff. So in the main gates here, we have a whole lot going on. The original idea for this was to have a castle up on a hill and then like a city down beneath it. That was it. That's all I wanted to do in this world when I made this. And I made this world in 2017, which is wild because I'm sure there's at least one person watching which is younger than this world. Over on the right here, we have our diamond beacon. This is well before netherite was even a thing, like a while before netherite was a thing. Over here, we have our trading house. What do we got here? We got some totems in here. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not on hardcore because hardcore, I think Bedrock has hardcore now. Don't come at me if I'm wrong. I think it does. I haven't played Bedrock in a long time. We got him breaking for 11 emeralds. Oh my word. Anyway, moving on. This was actually one of my friend's house that built this, and then I renovated it, if that's what you want to call this. Let's do a little fly up, okay? Because there is actually a decent amount to see in this. We're gonna get onto the castle soon. Stop asking about it. And I think what we should start with first is the first things that were built here. I tried like 3 times to say that sentence, and that's the best I can come up with. And the first things that were here is this, which is my house, and that, which is cursed. So in here we have our lovely abode. These vibrant visuals are making it look kind of foggy in here, which is weird. We have our dog Sheep and our other dog Goku. Down here, this under construction keep out sign has been here since like the very beginning of this world. So this is I really need to get on constructing this. This is really old. And look at this storage system. Isn't it adorable? Little Ludo was doing his best. We got a jungle chest. Aww. But hey, okay, I eventually expanded into a second room, which is, look at this. This is when the Nether update came out, I'm pretty sure. I expanded into here. And is it here? No, there's somewhere on the floor. Oh, is that it? Yes. So there, you throw something in there onto that piece of the floor, and then this opens up, and this is the special room. This has like our diamonds in it, our netherite in it, and copper, because copper was new, so I had to add a copper chest. We got our netherite hoe. I'm pretty sure this is just, yeah, our fortune pick and our another hoe. Yeah, you just press this button and then you're back out. Boom, look at that. So up here then we have our bed. My god, it has been such a long time since I've been on this world. This guy's just hanging out. Don't ask too many questions about him. Try not to look him in the eyes if you can. Next up, we have our nether portal. We are going to go through here because there is stuff built on either side and it's actually really cool. But this is like caveman. Like, what's this? Is this like a chandelier, I think, or something? It was okay for the time, you know. I would have been what, like 13 when I started this world, so like, give me a break, okay? We have a really cool dragon statue in the middle of this place. Basically everything in like the very center, like kind of this ring here, is really old. What is it, 2025 now? So that's 8 years old. Ugh, what do you mean it's 8 years old? Look at that sunrise. Anyway, so over here we have what I think was supposed to be a bakery. Nothing's furnished, by the way. I used to hate interiors and I still hate interiors. So we have like our kind of main street here with someone's house with no door, I suppose. Yeah, we have a lot of shop fronts, which never really got furnished in the end. Wow, we have the water mill. I really don't like this build. I don't know what I was going for when I built this, but that ain't it. Whatever it is, that ain't it. And this build, oh, we're just not even gonna look at that one. We have log piles. If you guys watch my main videos, you know I like me some log piles. We have a marketplace down here with a very interesting statue. One of my friends joined my world and left this for me. I don't know how I feel about it. I just never touched it because it's been there for so long, but I don't know how I feel about it. We have a little swamp area with a nice little bridge going over, and this entire place has these massive walls. This took absolutely forever, by the way, these walls, because there was no like Matica. There was literally just me figuring out the pattern and trying to remember it as I go. This world was originally made on the Xbox One edition, not even like Bedrock. Before Bedrock came out, this is when this world was made, which is ew. I think up here is another one of my friend's houses. Yeah, it is, yeah. Mountain base already reflects the time that this was made. Down here we have ourselves a church of some sort, or like a cathedral or something. And up there, I actually never ended up moving him, but we have a sacred sky sheep. This is the god of this world, I suppose. There used to be like a massive tree house here originally, and this, oh, sorry, sky sheep, and this guy just spawned on like a grass platform up here, so I fenced him in, and this is where he spawned. He spawned here 8 years ago, and he's been here ever since. We have a massive clock tower looking situation, which has nothing in it except for this ladder right here, which we'll come back to in 2 seconds. This used to be my mine shaft. This is where I used to get all my cobblestone with. This is like one massively dug out line. So I closed off the entrance to add a little bit of lore, and down here with the ladder I was talking about is actually the new entrance into the mine shaft. So if we come down here, and this is basically just the other side of what we were looking at, it does go all the way down to what was originally Bedrock, but is now Deep Slate because the world has been extended, and it's just one really long tunnel. I think it takes like a good 5 minutes to fly to the end of that, so we're not gonna do that. Over here we have our windmill, which actually I mean, it's okay. Over here's our blacksmith. I actually do like this blacksmith. I think it looks kind of cool still. I think I could definitely do a better job of it nowadays, but it still looks cool. So the trick with this place is with this furnace, if you throw an item in here, this opens up. Very cool. I used to like redstone. And down here we have ourselves our super smelter. It's also powered by blaze wads. It is also powered by blaze rods, which is kind of weird, but you'll see why I've done that later on. It'll make sense, trust me. Over here is another one of my friend's houses, which never ended up getting finished, I don't think. He also has a greenhouse, which honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. I like this. So we all know I like myself a good log pile. Okay, that's pretty common knowledge. But did you know I really like paths? I'm a bit strange when it comes to paths, you know. I think a good path really gets me saucy, or that's not the word. So let's all take a quick walk down this really cool path. We've got some barrels with some apples on the side. It is crazy of how long I played on this world before I started making videos. I've never made a video on this world before, so this is prime OG Ludo stuff. At the end of our beautiful path, we have our pit of death. I got really bored one evening and said, you know what, I'm gonna dig out a pit, and eventually I made this pit into like a PvP arena. You can either go to the spectator side or you can go to the fighter side. If you were a fighter, you would come down this really weird janky staircase, and you could put all your gear in there, and you'd get like, I think, yeah, you get some like basic fighting stuff. You set your spawn, and then fighter 1 comes out here, and fighter 2 walks the whole way around, the poor guy, and fighter 2 comes out here. At the other end of this path down here, we have a house that really isn't doing so hot. What is happening? There's a dog who is really wet somewhere. Interesting. Man, Bedrock is weird. And down this little cave is our first source of XP. We have ourselves a skeleton farm. This was my only source of XP for an embarrassing amount of time, to be honest with you. Okay, now it's on to the good stuff. The stuff you all didn't come for, but I'm sure you want to see. And here is our castle. I used to hate planning builds. I used to just wing it. Like, this is all just kind of place blocks and see how it goes. We'll do a little fly around. It looks pretty cool. Like, for the fact that this has no planning and I just was placing stuff, I think it came out all right. But this is by far the coolest room. So I took the design I made up here and built it upside down to give this like glassy reflection effect, and this looks sick. This came out so cool, and I'm still so happy with it. Up here, we have our little balcony that we can look over. You're going to see a lot of weird stuff in this castle because, again, it was not planned. I was just placing blocks and kind of hope it worked out. We have a kitchen area, which also looks awesome, by the way. We have a little courtyard with a cow. He's part of the family. He's been here for a while. Same as you. Whipping around upstairs, we are not finished. This is not a finished project. And you can actually see where I was still working on stuff. I had materials. We have a really cool dining room in here, which looks awesome. Again, kind of an unfinished project. We have a lot of beacons as well, which is sick. Up here, we have our dragon that we looked at earlier. I don't have a name for this guy, surprisingly. So leave it down in the comments what you think this guy should be named. Now, moving on to some really, really cool stuff. Some actually more modern stuff, which I did more recently. We have our Nether hub. Dude, look at this place. I still love this place, by the way. Like, if I built this now, I would still be happy. You have a really cool Nether portal, which I took as inspiration for another video I made. We have two ways. You either have the shield way, which is kind of a more protected way out into, like, the open Nether. We have the dragon way, which is like a flying way out into the Nether. All of this is spawn proofed, by the way. Down that way is something really cool. Down this way, however, first is our killing chamber. This is where our modern XP farm, well, modern-ish XP farm is, and that is a massive blaze XP farm. This whole thing was inside a Nether fortress, so we have stuff like blaze spawners. We have a really cool enchantment table down here. That looks awesome with the vibrant visuals. And down here, let's see if I remember how to do this. We flick that and then press this. He looks like he's escaping. This place looks awesome. It's like I went for like a furnace, a literal furnace. We're in a furnace right now. So zooming back up our staircase, over here we have a really, really long ice road, which at the end of our really cool ice road leads us to another Nether portal. And going through this portal brings us to our end portal room, or void, I meant to say. Honestly, this design is so cool that I still might do something like this, like modernize it in the hardcore series. It's like, look at this. It looks like we're in a void. I'm not going to break the illusion because I do want to make a video like this. We have this really cool, like, suspended bridge, which looks awesome, and our glowing tree over our end portal. Wow, that looks funky with the vibrant visuals. It kind of looks like the tree from Elden Ring, actually, now that I'm looking at it, which is pretty cool. Look at that. I feel like I'm going to say everything in this world is cool because I built it, but it is cool. But it is cool. So, and going back through into our end, we have, oh my god, I forgot about this. So this is actually the last project I was working on before I left this world, and that was a huge, like, end station. And pretty much my strategy for building stuff like this was I would build it the first time and then take pictures, which I have on my phone here. I'll put them up on the screen, and I'd use those pictures to, like, copy and paste it across. So you can see we have all of the outer end island portal things activated as well, with this really cool massive circle that goes the whole way around. Man, this looks awesome still. And these patterns as well. Oh, I was cooking up a storm on this world back in the day, man. I was on this stuff from day one. And then in the middle here, we have a small town, but sadly it never got finished. We're not completely finished out because now we have CubeCraft. Oh my god, CubeCraft. And now you may be thinking, Ludo, it's just a server, you know? Like, well, how does this have anything got to do with your Bedrock days? Well, my friends, let me show you my Skywars stats. It's actually really embarrassing that I have 900 wins and my best win streak is 7. 7? Oh my god. And that's not all. Like, I have stuff on, like, duos, and I have stuff on like teams and 4 and stuff, but, like, wow. Let's play a game of Skywars and see if I can still win while we are talking. So while this plays in the background, we're gonna have the talk of, is Bedrock Edition better than Java Edition? I have an opinion on this, you know. I used to play on Bedrock Edition a lot. This was like my main version I used to play on before Java. I don't think so. I'm not saying Bedrock is better or Java is better. They both are, honestly, I don't care who you ask, they are different games. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, Bedrock, I feel like, is catered more towards a younger audience. It's more accessible for a younger audience, and I think it's easier to grasp. But I don't think I'd ever go back to playing on Bedrock, unfortunately. I might make a few videos here and there on the main channel, but for now, I think I'm pretty set on just Java Edition hardcore Minecraft. But who knows? Maybe I'll do like in 100 days or something like that. That could be pretty cool. And they do pretty well. I tried to keep this video pretty basic because honestly, this is also me trying out a whole different style that I don't really ever do on YouTube. And it feels more like the old Let's Play styles that I grew up watching. And I'm sure a lot of you did as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you in the next video. Bye.